Hey folks, welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. And there's a really noisy tuk-tuk, so we might do that again. Hey folks, and welcome back, and thank you for joining me. I've actually come down to Bangkok. I'm in Soi 4, I'm in Nana, and I've come back to Fitzgerald's for breakfast. Last time, I've done one here before, but someone told me you got to have the 99 baht early bird special before 11 o'clock. I'm going to have breakfast, going to answer some more of your questions. So yeah, let's go inside. Because there's quite a few noisy tuk-tuks around here, so yeah. So you can sit inside or out. I'm sat inside in the air conditioning, and put the menu up so you can have a look at the options. I've gone for the early bird, 99 baht. So the food's arrived. This is the early bird breakfast. Cheese extra. So yeah, you basically got a sausage, bacon, 2 fried eggs, bit of toast, tomatoes, 99 baht. So I'll hold it up for you so you can see. There you go. So I've come down to town again today. Got a couple of things, a couple of appointments. And as you know, I always like a breakfast when I try and come into Bangkok. Someone told me about the early bird special. I think I've done a breakfast here before, but it wasn't the early bird one. So I've come back, and if I can get into the butter, I'll maybe try this side. There we go. Let's have a bit of brown sauce, I think. Right, so as I said earlier, I thought I'd have a go asking a few more questions since I've done my last video. Couple of tin tomatoes. Did my first video in Capuchin Conduct. I'll put the link up in the top corner so you can actually, if you haven't seen it, you can go and have a look at that if you want to. It doesn't follow on, it's just other questions people have asked me. So I thought I'd have a go asking, answering some more. Oh, the eggs are done nicely. I prefer it when they cook them both sides. Nothing worse than sort of runny old eggs. Additional questions. I'll start off with the first one again. Is yes, I do live in Thailand full time. I live in Bangkok. I don't live in Pattaya. I live in Bangkok. How do I get to Pattaya? I actually drive down because I bought my own car. As I said previously, I used to live in Singapore. And one thing I missed, one of the big things I missed in Singapore was actually not having a car. So when I knew I was coming to Bangkok, I thought I'm going to get a car straight away, and I did a lot of research into it. And I think the second day I landed, I bought the car, and on the third day I did my driving licence. I actually find driving pretty straightforward here. We drive, obviously driving the same side as you do in England, and I think certainly on the expressways and the motorways, it's quite easy. It's the motorbike. When you get involved with the motorbikes, especially the grab driver, that's when you've got to be careful. Because although they're not supposed to drive the wrong way up the road and undertake on the left side, they all do it. And they all think they can do it. And the amount of times I go to turn left and there's a motorbike on my inside. So yeah. Yeah, I basically drive down to Pattaya. Depending on what time you leave, it can take between sort of 2.5 hours to 3.5 hours. If it's early morning, midweek, it takes a bit longer. I find the best time to go is Sunday. If you leave Sunday morning about sort of 8:30, 9 o'clock, it's pretty straightforward drive, and there's really not much traffic on the roads at all. And coming back's never a problem. Do the hotels pay you or give you an upgrade to review them? I wish. Yeah, no they don't. Never, hopefully one day, that'd be nice, but certainly at the moment, no they don't. I've recently had a couple of hotels who have actually watched the video and thanked me for doing it, and thanked me for doing a good review, which if you read the comments you'll find which ones they are. But yeah, no, my channel's not at that stage yet, unfortunately. Hopefully one day it might be. Do I only stay one night in a hotel? Not always. I mean, I've spent, I do a week. I've done 8 days and a couple of them. I've done a weekend. The last one I spent a weekend there. It all depends really on how much time I got, and I find certainly one hotel I stayed 8 days and I was glad to leave. I do like, I think, I do like moving around hotels, and then if one is, say, not quite as expected, one day is plenty, and then you can always go back again to extend the visit on a later date. Some hotels aren't taking kindly to filming in their premises. Not really. I've only had, I think I've had one hotel that have actually come out and stopped me, and it was one of the early ones, and it yeah. Again, if you watch the videos from the beginning, you can probably work out which one it was. Yeah, and I say the manager come out and she goes, "No, you're not allowed to film it." And that's the only one I've had. And again, it was because the hotel was a little bit on the worn side, shall we say. But that's the only one. Other than that, I've had absolutely no problem at all. And I say, I mean, some of the hotels have probably done quite well out of my channel. I can think of two in particular. Yeah, I can think of two in particular that I think I've met a lot of people who said they're staying there because they've watched the videos. Have you ever entered the Thai lottery? Yes, I have. I think I bought a ticket once for 100 baht. I didn't win. I'm not a great one for lotteries. I did the English lottery. When it first came out, I did the English lottery. I think I won a couple of £10 and that was about it, really. But no, I'm not a great lottery player. Will you do some bad reviews? Basically, no, I won't. It's not for me to say someone's business is rubbish. I mean, everyone is there trying their best, and what I experience one day may be completely different for someone the next day. So if I do have a bad experience, like I say, the next day it might be fine again. And that's not my style on the channel. I'm just showing the hotels and showing the restaurants for what they are. And it's and also I think in Thailand you could probably get in quite a bit of trouble for let's say criticising someone's business. Do you need to be careful with your diet because you eat too many cooked breakfasts? I don't actually have that many. I know if you watch the channel, I'm always eating cooked breakfast, but I actually really don't have that many. Again, it's only if I come to patio or into town I try and get one. The rest of the time I just eat sort of normal, like porridge oats and healthy sort of breakfast, really. I also swim every morning. I go for a walk in the evening. I walk it about 3-4 kilometres every evening. My current sort of health check, I have a health check every year, and my health check this year it was my best or lowest cholesterol results I've had for a long time. So so things are okay at the moment. So once that changes, we might have to change the diet, but certainly at the moment there's no problem whatsoever. Do you prefer patia or jom tiem? I actually got criticised the other day for not saying jom tiem correctly or not pronouncing it correctly. They're different places. Patia is, going out really sort of, hitting it hard, if you like. And jom tiem or jom tiem, however you say it, is a more sort of relaxed vibe, less traffic, quieter, and you can sort of walk up and down the beach. I like to go into the market. So it's almost like a two-centred holiday, sort of going out late, partying, enjoying patia, and then a bit more relaxed in jom tiem. But for me, they're both great. If I had to pick one to retire to, it'd be a tough choice actually. So that'd be quite interesting for the comments. Let me know which one. If you had to retire to one, which one you'd pick. Right, I'm going to get on with this breakfast. It's getting cold. Well, there you go, that's all gone. So that was very nice. Hope that answered a few questions for you. And if you're in Soi 4 now, then definitely come and have the early bird breakfast. And I'll leave this one here and say thanks very much for watching, and bye for now. And if you've got any more questions, keep them coming. I'll keep doing a few updates. So I put the bill up. As you can see, the tea was 70 baht, so it's not much different from the breakfast. But I put some of the other menus up. So even in Bangkok, you can soon get away from the traffic. So This is the end of Soi Nana. It's Benjikiti Park. And it's a very green and open space.